Hi, hello, my dear students. Welcome to the world of zoology. Myself, Dr. Sai from Zoology Wala. My dear future medicos, in the last class, we have discussed about human skeletal system, that to axial skeleton, the bones which are present in the central axis. How many bones are present in the axial skeleton? 80 bones are present in the axial skeleton. And now, today, we will discuss appendicular skeleton. What about this appendicular skeleton? How many bones are present in the appendicular skeleton? I explained already in the last class. 126 bones are present in the appendicular skeleton. Don't think the number is 126. Oh, how many bones are there? So many bones are there. It takes so much time. No problem. Zoology Wala is there. All the bones will come. No problem. Let us see the appendicular skeleton. I will show you a very nice image regarding appendicular skeleton. See this one. Appendicular skeleton, here we have to discuss about the bones which are attached to the axial skeleton. Appendicular skeleton, we have to begin with the limbs. You know, how many limbs we have? How many limbs we have? We have 4 limbs. These 2 are upper limbs and these 2 are lower limbs. Total 4 limbs are present, and the limbs attaches to the axial skeleton with the help of the girdles. With the help of girdle, G-I-R-D-L-E, girdle. One here pectoral girdle, and this one is pelvic girdle, P-L-V-I-C, pelvic girdle, and this is pectoral girdle. So 4 limbs attaches to the axial skeleton with the help of this pectoral girdle. Hind limbs attaches to the axial skeleton with the help of pelvic girdle. Let me begin with the 4 limb bones and the pectoral girdle. Then we can proceed to hind limbs and pelvic girdle. You see, my dear friends, say this, and the bone which is present here, this is called humerus, funny bone. This is humerus, which is present here, upper arm bone. How many humerus bones are present? One humerus bone is present in one hand, obviously another humerus bone in another hand. And here see this, radius and ulna. See this, radius and ulna. And here one arm was represented like this, another arm was represented like this. This is one. See this. What is the difference? See this one. I will tell. See, this is upper arm and this is forearm. In forearm, 2 bones are present, radius, ulna. One radius, one ulna. Radius and ulna, this is an area. This is forearm area, and this one is upper arm. Upper arm bone is humerus, forearm bones, radius and ulna, 2 bones are present. First of all, let me show you the humerus bone. You may ask me, sir, humerus bone is here. What you will show again? I will show the original humerus bone for my future medicos. So this is the original humerus bone. Have you seen this? How beautiful it is there. This is the head of the humerus bone, and this is the posterior part of the humerus bone, and this humerus bone is present like this. This is humerus, okay, this is humerus, upper arm bone. And then radius ulna. You want to see the radius and ulna? Say this, radius ulna. In this radius and ulna, can you tell which one is radius and which one is ulna? Can you tell? The bone on my left hand or bone in my right hand? Which one is the ulna? Which one is radius? One of the striking feature, identification feature of ulna is this one. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? This is ulna. By having this notch or by seeing this notch, we can clearly identify this bone as ulna bone. What is this one and where it is present? I told you this is present in the forearm, but in the forearm, on which side it is present? Say this is my thumb side, this is my little finger side, where this ulna bone is present, whether the ulna bone is present on this side or this side. Actually, ulna bone is present towards the little finger side. The little finger side bone is nothing but ulna, and the thumb side bone, this is radius. Okay, this is radius, and little finger side, this is called ulna. My dear friends, I am going to tell one important point. This side is called medial side. Don't think that this is the side which is always towards the body, this is medial, this is lateral, or now the shape changes, this is medial, this is lateral, this is medial, don't confuse. The little finger side is the medial side. This is the medial side, and this one is the lateral side. See this, see this one. This one. So here the hand is represented like this, and that side will become, what is this side? And this is lateral side, and this will become the medial side. This is medial side. Okay, you have to remember very carefully. And now this ulnar bone is present. I told you that it is present towards the little finger side. And if you observe the humerus bone, this humerus bone attaches to this ulna like this. Have you seen this? What a great articulation it is. See this one. Forming a elbow joint. I will tell at the time of elbow joints, that is a different issue. But now having this olecranon process, this is called olecranon process. With the help of this olecranon process, we can identify this bone as ulnar bone. Okay, this is not odontoid process. Odontoid process already I explained at the time of vertebrae. I explained where that odontoid process will come. Odontoid peg or elevation, where axis, second vertebra is having the odontoid process, and this is olecranon process. Ulnar bone, this is having OLECRANON. Olecranon process is the process which plays a very important role in the formation of elbow joint. Say this. See, we are able to move our elbow or stretch our elbow only in one direction, flexion, extension. Say this, like this, flexion, extension. We are able to move the bone in this direction only, one direction only, uniaxial movement. I will tell at the time of joints, but my intention is not to explain joints in this level. Now I want to explain what is ulna. So this is the ulna bone, and this one is the radius bone, humerus bone. Already I have shown a very striking feature of the ulna, olecranon process, radius and ulna. These are the two bones, and here humerus. So total 3 bones over. Now what are the bones present in the wrist? What are the bones present in the wrist? The bones which are present in the wrist are called carpals. C-A-R-P-A-L, carpal. Carpals are the bones present in the wrist. How many carpals are present? 8 carpals are present, my dear friend. 8 carpals are present. They are present like that. You know, these carpals are present in 2 rows, upper row, lower row, proximal row, distal row. This one is proximal and lower one, this is distal and proximal row. 2 rows, carpals are arranged in 2 rows. 8 carpals are present. Nobody is going to ask you about the name of those bones, but it is better to know. You know, the bones which are present in the carpals, I told you that the bones which are present in the wrist are carpals, and from lateral to medial side. Lateral side means this one. This is medial side. From lateral to medial, scaphoid, lunate, triquetrum, pisiform, 4 bones. Trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, hamate, 4 bones, distal row. So 4 plus 4, 8 bones are there. Okay, if you are not able to remember the names of bones, okay, forget, no issue. But it is very much important to know at least the name of one carpal bone, which is very important. That bone is trapezium, T-R-A-P-E-Z-I-U-M, trapezium. This bone, you have to remember the name of this bone, which is present exactly above the thumb. You may ask me, sir, why I have to remember only the name of this bone? What about the remaining 7 bones? Okay, if you want to remember, if you can remember, you can remember, no problem. But those students who can't remember all the names, it is better to remember at least this one. Scaphoid, lunate, triquetrum, pisiform, trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, hamate. 8 bones are present in the wrist and 8 bones are present here. Okay, I am talking about only one limb. Obviously, the same number will be here on this side also. So, how many bones are present in the wrist? 8 carpals are present, that's all. And now, see, the bones which are present in the palm. The bones which are present in the palm. Okay, how many bones are present? The number of bones which are present in the palm are equal to number of fingers. How many fingers are present for one hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fingers are present. So metacarpals, the bones which are present in the palm are called metacarpals. See this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 metacarpals are present. So the number of metacarpals, 5 metacarpals are present. Students, don't forget the number, 1 plus 2, 3 plus 8, 11. And now 5 bones are added, 5 bones already added, okay. And now coming to these phalanges, PHA, LANGS. Phalanges are nothing but the bones. These are metacarpals and these are phalanges. These are phalanges. PHA, LANGS. Phalanges. How many phalanges are present? See here. See the thumb. See, we are able to bend the thumb from this point. We are able to bend the thumb only at one place. Because here only 2 bones are present. So we are able to bend the thumb from this point. We are able to bend the thumb at one point only. So 2 bones are present in the thumb, phalanges, and in this digit, phalanges. The bones which are present in the digits, they are nothing but phalanges. Phalanges are nothing but the bones. And now in the forefinger, 1, 2, 3, 3 bones are present. And here in the middle finger, 1, 2, 3, ring finger, 1, 2, 3, little finger, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 4 into 3, 12. And here 2, 14 bones are present. So phalanges, regarding the phalanges, if you observe the phalanges, 1, 2, 3. Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, only 1, 2. So 4 into 3, 12 plus 2. How many bones are present? Phalanges, 14 phalanges are present. Now, let us come to all the bone numbers. See, humerus 1, radius ulna 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 8 carpals, 3 plus 8 carpals, 8, 11, 11 plus metacarpals 5, 11 plus 5, 16, 16 and how many phalanges? 14, 30 bones are present. So these are the 30 bones present in one upper limb. Similarly, 30 bones are present in this upper limb. If 30 bones are present here, 30 bones should be present here, isn't it? So 30 bones here, 30 bones here, 60 bones, fasak, over. See here, among the total number of bones, how many bones are present in the appendicular skeleton? I told you in the last class itself, 126 bones are present in the appendicular skeleton. In that 126 bones, already we finished 60 bones. 60 bones over. And now, let us move to the girdle. I told you in the beginning itself, the upper limbs, they are attached to the axial skeleton with the help of girdle. So here pectoral girdle, and that is pelvic girdle. I will explain that. Pelvic later, pectoral girdle. Here one bone is present. This is called clavicle. Have you seen this, gentlemen? Clavicle. And have you seen this? This is scapula. One clavicle, one scapula. This is one clavicle, one scapula on this side. Similarly, one clavicle, one scapula on this side. So clavicle, scapula, 2 clavicles, 2 scapulae, and 60 bones here already. So 61, 62, 63, 64, total 4 bones already over in the pectoral girdle. So total number now became 64. Am I clear? So do you want to see that scapula and clavicle again? I will show. Wait. I will show a nice image where you can get very good clarity. Yes. And now I will show you the clavicle and scapula. Okay. Very nice image. Superb. What a great bones here. Really we are blessed to have such an extraordinary architecture inside our body. See how much it is giving protection. This is the clavicle. This is the clavicle. Superior view, inferior view. But just clavicle is a double curved bar. Have you seen this? See this. Have you seen this? Right? So this here, I will change the color so that you can see more clearly. Okay, I will take this color, this one. Have you seen this? See the curve here and see the curve here. Have you seen this? Have you seen this concavity and convexity? Say this, how it is present. Say the concavity, how it is present. See the concavities and convexities. Double curved bar, that is clavicle. Say this one clavicle. And the clavicle, what is representing here? This is clavicle. On one side, the clavicle attaches to the sternum. Okay, costoclavicular ligament helps in it. it does not require for us generally. Clavicle attaches to the sternum, clavicle attaches to the sternum, okay, and this one. On one side the clavicle is also called collarbone, C-O-L-L-A-R, collarbone, where the collar will generally rest. So this is called clavicle. One clavicle attaches to the sternum on one side and attaches to the scapula. What is scapula? Scapula is the part of pectoral girdle. So this so-called clavicle is going to articulate with one of the important structure in the pectoral girdle. Scapula is one of the important part. Another important structure is present in the pectoral girdle part. I will tell what is that part of scapula I will tell. On one side this clavicle is going to attach to scapular part. Do you want to see the clavicle? Say this is clavicle. This is the original clavicle. Okay, have you seen this? Wow, beautiful here. This is clavicle. So on one side it attaches to the sternum. Say this, on one side it attaches to the sternum, and this side, what is this one? To whom it will attach? I already told you that it attaches to one of the part of scapula. I will show you the scapula. Say, my dear future medicos, the scapula is coming for you. Wow, this is scapula. Shoulder blade, say this one. See, very thin, patala, very thin bone. Have you seen this? Very thin bone is present. This is called scapula, which is called shoulder blade. This one. This is scapula. Generally, the scapula is present between second rib to seventh rib. From second rib to seventh rib, the scapula is present. Okay? And now, if you observe the scapula, see there is something like a flat, triangular one also. You can see a spine on the dorsal side of it. You can see the spine. And the spine extends and forms as an acromion process. This is acromion process. And now, I caught the scapula at acromion process point, acromion process, and now this so-called clavicle articulates with this, acromion process. It articulates with the acromion process. Very important point. So acromion process is the process which is very much essential for articulation of the clavicle bone. Okay. So this is clavicle, double curved bar, it's a slender bar actually. On one side it attaches to the sternum, on other side it attaches with the acromion process, A-C-R-O-M-I-O-N, acromion process. On one side it attaches to the acromion process. Okay, acromion. See, this bone is present a bit, so this is left side, a bit posteriorly it is present. So clavicle comes like this and it will go and binds with this so-called acromion process. So something, it's a curved, something almost like F shape. Okay. So this is the clavicle. It will go and bind with this acromion process. I will show you the scapula. Please wait. I will show you the scapula. I will remove this and I will show you very nice scapula. Scapula is waiting for you. That's it. Come on, my dear scapula. This is the scapula, perfect scapula. This is what I am talking about. This is acromion process for the attachment of. Process is nothing but extension, especially whenever we are using the word process in the bone, it is nothing but it is an extension of the bone, acromion process. To this, the so-called scapula will come and attach, and this is the spine, dorsal spine. See this one, this is the spine. Am I clear? This one is the spine, and this is acromion process, and this is called coracoid process. This is coracoid process. And now if you observe just at this joint here in this area, you can see a depression. A depression is present, and this depression is called glenoid cavity. Glenoid cavity is the depression like structure present here for the articulation of humerus bone. Just now I have represented you the humerus bone. So this is humerus bone, and this humerus bone articulates with this humerus bone articulates with so-called glenoid cavity forming ball and socket joint. We are able to rotate our hand in 360 degrees. Say this one, 360 degrees the movement is possible, okay, and that movement is possible because of having this ball which fixed in the socket forming ball and socket joint. My dear friends, my motto is to show you this ball and socket, that's it, ball and socket. Here it is going to form the ball and socket joint. That is the reason why you are able to rotate our hand so freely. We are able to do so many multiple tasks with our hands because of having one of the reason is having this comfortable movement that is called ball and socket joint. Anyhow, glenoid cavity you have to remember. So in the examination point of view, so many questions are awaiting for you. And now, for example, which of the following bone is a slender bone? Clavicle. Which of the following shows double curved regions? Clavicle. Which of the following bone articulates with the sternum? Of course, ribs also articulate with the sternum. In the options, if the so-called clavicle is also there, it also will become the answer. Okay. And which of the following is a triangular shaped bone? Scapula. The scapula is present between which rib to which rib? Second rib to seventh rib. From second rib to seventh rib. That is present. Okay, scapula. And what is the extension present at the scapula for clavicle? Means acromion process. Where the spine is present in the scapula on the dorsal side. See how many questions are there. And the depression present for the scapula is called, which of the following is the depression present at the scapula? Glenoid cavity. Head of humerus articulates with which of the following parts? Glenoid cavity. So head of the humerus articulates with which of the following depression? If is the question, the answer will become glenoid cavity. You can frame assertions also, or you can frame statements also. Something like head of humerus articulates with the glenoid cavity of pectoral girdle. Yes, that is a correct statement. Like that, you have to remember the subject so that framing of questions will become so much easy. And previously I explained even just now the upper arm also. How many bones are present in the upper arm? 30 bones are present. The bones which are present in the upper arm are the bone which is present in the upper arm, the bones which are present in the lower arm, and the bones which are present in the wrist. Like that the simple questions may come. If you want to increase a bit complexity, generally I don't think so complexity level will increase. Why? Because if you are talking about the bones, so many articulations will be there. So I don't think so. Which of the following is the characteristic feature of ulna? Which of the following is the characteristic feature of humerus? Like that, some sort of depth-wise questions may not come. You will study all these in your first year MBBS. So my motto is all of my students should enter into the MBBS, so that we are providing some preliminary information which is required for you to pass the NEET examination. Okay. So now, as I told, if the complexity wants to increase, the question may come even like this also. Which of the following is the characteristic feature of ulna? I told you that these questions or these sort of questions may not be there, but it is better to remember. Why? Because especially regarding some bones like axis, odontoid process is present, odontoid canal, and followed by this just now I told olecranon process. It is better to remember these. Why? Because these are very specific, very important parts especially. So if you observe the ulna, olecranon process is present for the ulna, and ulna bone is present on which side? Medial side. And radius bone is present on which side? It is present towards the thumb side. Like that the questions may come. Regarding the number, how many bones are present in the forelimb, upper arm, how many bones are present in the digits? Like that. Just now I told how many bones are present in the digits. Here 2, here 3, 3, 3. So the digital formula is 2, 3, 3, 3. My dear students, already I explained the bones. Now I am talking about how the questions may come regarding the pectoral girdle and upper arm. That's what I am saying. So what about the digital formula? What about the digital formula? Thumb contains only 2 bones. Just now I told 2 phalanges are present, and remaining fingers contains 3 phalanges, 3 phalanges, 3 phalanges. So 2, 3, 3 is the digital formula for the upper limbs of the human beings, and same is the digital formula which will be applied to toes also. I am talking about the human being. If it is frog, the number will change, the digital formula will changes. If it is other animal, something like if you observe the other animals in the animal kingdom, the digital formula will vary. I will tell according to the need, especially when we are discussing the frog, I will tell. Okay, when I will explain that frog, then I will give the clarity regarding the digital formula. Anyhow, let me show you another important structure, and I want to show you the scapula once again. Okay, say this one. Say this scapula, just for your understanding, for better understanding only. So the scapula, acromion process, coracoid process, superior border, acromion. So we want, what are the components especially we required here? So I told you that what are the components we required means especially the acromion process and followed by the coracoid. So acromion process, coracoid, you have to remember, and just one second, yes, and the spine is present on the dorsal side, and from which rib to which rib it is present, and what is the depression? What is the depression where the head of humerus will bind? So it will come and attaches here like that. You have to remember number 1 glenoid cavity, number 2 acromion process, and the spine is present on the dorsal side, and the ribs from which rib to which rib. These are the questions which may come in the NEET aspect. Okay. That's all about the upper limb and girdles. Let us move to the lower limb and girdles. Just wait. And now we are going to see about the lower limb and girdles. Okay. If we observe the lower limb, how many bones are present in the lower limb? How many bones are present in the lower limb? I will tell how many bones are present in the lower limb. Lower limb, each limb contains 30 bones. 30 bones on one limb and 30 bones on another limb, obviously 60 bones. 30 bones in one limb, 30 bones in another limb, 30 plus 30, 60 bones are present in this limb. And these limbs are attached to the axial skeleton with the help of which girdle? Pelvic girdle. Okay, I will show here pelvic girdle. P-E-L-V-I-C, pelvic girdle. Okay, how many bones are present in the pelvic girdle? That I will tell. So lower limb contains 30 bones. What are the 30 bones present in the lower limb? See, lower limb contains, right? I will show you lower limb. Say this one. Okay. Now, see this. This is the entire lower limb. In this is the femur. Femur is nothing but the thigh bone, which is the longest bone in the body, very strong bone in the human being body, femur. And then this is fibula, the bone present between the so-called knee and ankle. So in this shin region, shank region means between knee and ankle. Between knee and ankle, here we can see tibia and one bone, fibula another bone. My dear friends, tibia is always present towards the big toe or great toe side, big toe. This is called big toe. Big toe contains one bone, and big toe, it contains number of bones, but towards the big toe side, towards that's what I want to say. Towards the big toe side, tibia will be there, and towards the little toe side, fibula is present. Tibia and fibula, two bones. Fibula is very thin when compared with tibia. Okay, tibia is a strong bone, and of course I told you that thigh bone, the femur bone, very, very strong bone. I will show you the femur. So this is the original femur. Thigh bone, have you seen this? How much strong it is? See, just now I have represented you radius and ulna. You want to see the radius ulna, see the radius and ulna and see this femur. Do you want to see the humerus? You want to compare with humerus? Say this is humerus and this is the thigh bone. How much strong it is, weight bearing bone, very strong in the human being body. Wow, amazing. Say this one head, and this head articulates with whom? Whom? I will tell. Okay, so very identifying, characteristic features are also present. Deltoid ridge is present, greater tubercle, lesser tubercle, third tubercle. So many features are there, but I told you that at this level, our motto is just to know the name of bone, its location, and any important feature with reference to that particular bone. And this is the thigh bone which articulates with one depression. I will tell what is the depression, and this is the thigh bone, and these are the shin bones. See, this one is tibia and this one is the fibula, and this is fibula. This is the fibular bone and this one is the tibia. This is tibia, the bone which is present towards the big toe side. I told you that towards the big toe side this bone is present, and this articulates. See, the lower two heavy condyles are present, and these two condyles are just to give support to the tibia and to form the knee joint. Okay, this one, have you seen this? Very nice one. So this is the knee joint, and of course one great gentleman should be there here. Who is that great gentleman? Without that great gentleman, this pair is not going to become a good pair. Who is that gentleman? Yes, knee cap, patella. Okay, so this is the knee joint, our knee joint, and this is the tibia bone, and this is femur. Now, how many bones are present? One femur, one tibia, one fibula, and the fibula is very thin actually, very thin bone. For example, if any graftings are required in the human being body, for example, in oral cancer, sometimes for some persons mandible will be removed. Under such cases or in such cases, the fibular bone will be taken from the human being body, from the same person, and that fibular bone will be molded, something like the lower jaw bone. So it is a very important bone in the human being body. Why? Because this bone and the blood vessels for this bone and this bone itself will be used for a number of other purposes in the human being body in case of any medical necessaries. Okay, but as a matter of fact, when compared with the tibia, have you seen this tibia and fibula? There is no relation or there is no matching regarding these two bones, even though these two are present side by side. This is the weight bearing bone, and this is not going to bear any weight in human being body. Very less role will be there. It's a very thin bone, and some oncologists will call this as also waist bone, not waist, W-A-I-S-T, waist. This is waist. They are also going to call this as a waist bone. Why? Because it is not going to play a major role in bearing the weight, but this bone is used in a number of other medical purposes. Anyhow, that is a different story. So here two bones are present, here one bone is present. And regarding tarsals, how many tarsals are present? 7 tarsals are present. 7 tarsals are present. Okay, and what are, just now I told you that talus is one bone, calcaneus, which is also called heel bone, or that is the very largest bone among all the 7 tarsals. So calcaneus is called heel bone, 2 bones, talus, calcaneus, navicular, third cuneiform, second cuneiform, first cuneiform, cuboid. 7 bones are present. Once again I am saying, my students, these questions may not come in the NEET examination, may not come, but you have to remember, it is better to remember. Why? Because I previously told you that some questions will be there from CBSE oriented questions may also come in the NEET examination. Definitely all the questions will come from CBSE, but 1 or 2 questions you have to study a bit in detail to have some more knowledge, so that you will become perfectly ready for the NEET examination. So 7 bones are present. Talus, calcaneus is the heel bone. That's what I am saying. You may think, so how we have to remember all the 7 bones? No need to remember the 7 bones. No. Though you can't remember all the 7 bones, I told you that you have to remember the trapezium bone among the 8 carpals. Similarly, you have to remember calcaneus bone among the 7 tarsals. Calcaneus is called heel bone, and you are able to take rest because of having that calcaneus. You are able to study, you are able to walk, you are able to run because of having the calcaneus bone also. Very important one. So 7 tarsals are present, and phalanges same, something like the upper limbs. 2 double 3, double 3. So how many bones are present in the fingers? Same like that, the number of bones present even in toes also. So 7 tarsals here, 2 double 3 double 3, that is the digital formula which is present in phalanges. So how many bones are there? So femur 1, tibia fibula 2, 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 7, 3 plus 7, 10 bones. And what about the bones present in the sole? The bones present in the palm are called metacarpals, and the bones which are present in the toes, they are called metatarsals. How many metatarsals? Same. Here 5 fingers, 5 metacarpals, 5 toes, 5 metatarsals. Metatarsals are present in sole, metacarpals are present in palm. Okay. So 1 plus 2, 3 plus 7, 10 plus 5, 15. By including metatarsals, number became 15, and now 15 plus 7, and here already we included tarsals, so 15 over already number. I mean to say, let me put everything here, 1 femur plus 2 tibia and fibula, and then 7 tarsals, 1 plus 2, 3 plus 7, 10, and 5, 15 metatarsals, 15 plus how many bones here? 14. Number became 29. 29 bones are present. Patella is another one you have to remember. It is a sesamoid bone. I will tell what is that sesamoid bone in the types of bones topic. So patella, this is one bone. 29 plus 1, total 30 bones are present in one lower limb. Similarly, 30 bones are present in another lower limb. Now, my dear friends, tell me, just recollect. And now say this regarding the upper arm. Regarding the upper arm, 30 into 2, 60 bones, and pectoral girdle, clavicle, scapula 2. So clavicle, scapula 2 on other side, 2 plus 2, 4. 64 bones over. And regarding the lower arm, or generally we used to call lower limb, and lower limb, how many bones are present? 30 into 2, 60 bones already over. So total 60 plus 60, 120 plus 4, 124 bones over. Among the total 126 bones, we got 124, and now only 2 bones are there. Only 2 bones have to come. That comes under pelvic girdle. So how many bones are present in the pelvic girdle? Obviously, the number should be 60 plus 60, 20, 120 plus 4, 124 already over, only 2. So pelvic girdle contains 2 bones. What are the 2 bones present in the pelvic girdle? I will show you the pelvic girdle, then you will get very good clarity. Okay. Let me show you the pelvic girdle, yes. Say this one. This is the pelvic girdle. This is pelvic girdle. Okay. So in human being, the pelvic girdle present in the lower portion of your body. That's it. This is the pelvic girdle. This is pelvis. Okay. Have you seen this? See this one. Very nice crest. This is called iliac crust. Whenever you will catch your waist like this, you are able to catch this ilium. Okay. In order to catch the waist, you should be very lean and glamorous like me. Okay. This one. This is called ilium. This is called iliac crust. This is iliac crust. And this is called ischium. Have you seen this? This is ischium. What is this? This one. You can see this is ischium. Okay, some people will pronounce even as ischium also. Ischium, and this one as the ilium. Okay, and I will show you. So this is iliac crust. This is iliac crust, and this one as ischium. This is ischium. Okay, have you seen this? This is ischium. The bone where we sit, we are sitting with the support of this bone, ischium. Okay, iliac crust, this is ilium, and ilium will go and articulate with the sacrum. Okay, I think I have shown you the sacrum in the previous episodes. So this is the sacrum region. This is the sacrum. And ilium articulates with the sacrum forming iliosacral joint. Okay, forming iliosacral joint. This one. Ilium and this one is ischium, but you have to see another nice guy here, pubis. Okay, pubis. See this one, ilium and then ischium, thus is pubis. Pubis. Okay, so if you observe this, ilium is one bone and ischium second bone and pubis. Pubis is a third one. So three bones are present and this is the region where the sacrum will come and fit. So see this one. This is the iliac crust, for the sacrum. This is for the sacrum. Okay, and I will tell what is this depression. So ilium, ischium and pubis. Okay. Similarly, another ilium, ischium, pubis will be here. Iliac bone, ischium bone, pubis. Ilium, ischium, pubis. Like that. Ilium, ischium, pubis will be there. Ilium, ischium, pubis will be there. The two pubis will come and join in the mid region here. This one. Okay, this is an area with the help of cartilage. So the two pubic bones will join to form pubic symphysis. This is pubic, see this, pubic symphysis, the place where the two pubis bones will articulate. In case of females, there will be a slight gap, slight arch, slight rotation is possible. In case of males, that rotation is not possible there. Some sort of closeness will be there. And just in front of this, the female genital opening will be there. So to facilitate the childbirth, actually a slight rotation is possible between these two bones in case of females. Okay, so pubic symphysis, this is pubic symphysis. Ilium, ischium, pubis, three bones fuse to form one. Ilium, ischium, pubis fuse to form one. So 1 plus 1, 2 bones. Actually this is called coxal bone also, or hip bone, coxal bone or hip bone, os innominata, another name, not required, coxal bone or hip bone. These are the, so 1, 2, 3 combined to form 1, 1, 2, 3 combined to form 1, 1 plus 1, 2 bones. And just now I told you that I will tell what is this depression. Have you seen the depression which is present for this pelvic girdle? So pelvic girdle contains two halves, two coxal bones. This is one coxal bone, this is another coxal bone. Forget the sacrum. Forget the sacrum. Ilium, ischium, pubis one half, ilium, ischium, pubis one half, two coxal bones forms pelvic girdle. And in this here you can see one depression. The point where the three bones generally fuse, there exactly in that portion 1, 2, 3, these three bones, in these three bones union place, here there is a depression present. What is this depression? Say this one. Say this one. What is this depression? This depression is called acetabulum. Say this one. Here it is there. Acetabulum. And acetabulum articulates with the head of the femur, thigh bone, forming, say this one. Wow, what a great movement there, forming the ball and socket joint. So 360 degrees, something like the ball and socket joint for shoulder. So this is shoulder joint and this one will become hip joint. That is the reason why this bone is called hip bone. A very important bone, very weight bearing bone, very strong bone. At the same time, if erratic postures are maintained, or in accidents also there is a possibility of having this dislocation or fracture. That is also common. And now see, this is the weight bearing bone in human being body. So this is the ball, head of a femur articulates with the acetabulum of pelvic girdle forming ball and socket joint. That is the reason why you are able to rotate our leg also in 360 degrees. But don't try that. You should require a little bit practice to rotate your leg in 360 degrees. We used to move our hands, or we will move our hands very freely, frequently in different directions. That's the reason why free movement will be there. Generally, we won't rotate our legs like this 360 degrees. That's the reason some sort of movement will be restricted. But they can move. The joints can move in 360 degrees. Okay. So these are the bones which are present in pelvic girdle. So how many bones? 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. And now let me put it finally. So just now I told you that, just now I mentioned you that So, hind limb bones, forelimb bones over already, forelimb bones 30 into 2, 60 already over, and pectoral girdle contains scapula and clavicle 2 plus 2, 4, and hind limb bones 30 into 2, 60 bones, and pelvic girdle, ilium, ischium, pubis combined to form 1, ilium, ischium, pubis combined to form 1, total 60. 60 plus 60, 120, 124 plus 2, 126 bones over. In the previous session, I explained you regarding the axial skeleton contains 80 bones, and now appendicular skeleton 126 bones, total 206 bones in the human being body, now over. So, these are very important components in the human being body. Acetabulum is the depression present for pelvic girdle, glenoid cavity present for pectoral girdle. You have to remember the names also in the examination point of view. Am I clear? So, that is all about this human skeletal system session, my dear friends, and I am going to come in front of you soon to explain joints, my dear future medicos. Thank you. Signing off, yours Zoology Wala.